As they're dodging explosions, players will all be targeted by these orange Force of the Land markers. With the way the timing works here, Force of the Land will go off immediately after the final Evil Earth explosion. You can think of this attack as the opposite of the yellow Pulse of the Land attacks. Players will need to share this damage by standing on a square segment with at least one other player or they will die. An easy way to handle this is to just have all the players dodge Evil Earth together so that they all end up on the same platform to share Force of the Land. Next up, Titan will cast Voice of the Land, which will deal high raid-wide AoE damage. As you can expect, there is a lot of healing required at this point, so be sure to use shields and raid cooldowns as necessary. This is followed by Geocrush, which will have Titan picking a square across the platform to jump to, knocking back all players a set distance from it. This is an insanely far knockback, and players will need to properly position themselves to be knocked into the farthest corner away, or they will need to use their knockback immunities. Once Titan lands, he will turn back towards the platform and begin one of two possible mini phases by changing his form into gauntlets or wheels. As he changes his form, 5 players will also be marked for the orange stack-up markers and 3 players will be marked for the yellow spread markers. The 3 yellow markers will always target 1 tank, 1 damage dealer, and 1 healer. Let's take a look at what happens if he changes into his wheels. Similar to normal mode, Titan will destroy anyone directly in front of him and knock back players on his sides. The raid will need to make sure they're on the side of him with 2 available square sections or they will get knocked off the platform. The yellow and orange markers go off at the same time as Titan drives across the platform and knocks everyone back. To handle this combo, we assign specific squares to each set of players to ensure everyone is pre-positioned in appropriate squares once the knockback happens. All of the orange players will stack on the square adjacent to Titan. The 3 yellow players will spread to each square next to the incoming Titan drive-by. To minimize confusion, we have any melee players prioritizing the square closer to Titan, while healers move to the furthest square. Ranged and tanks will adjust into the middle third square as necessary. Once Titan drives across the platform, all players will be knocked back in the same orientation as they originally lined up in, and the yellow and orange markers will resolve. Before moving in, players will need to wait for the blue shockwave attack that follows the massive Titan attacks. After the shockwave, Titan will immediately turn around and target the primary tank for fault line, charging back at them for high proximity base damage. To minimize damage, you'll want the tank furthest away from Titan to take this hit, and depending on which tank gets which color marker, a tank swap may be necessary to facilitate this. Once those markers come out, the tank with the orange marker can provoke. After the knockback, the primary tank can then run back in line with Titan and pop a cooldown to take the second dash damage. All other players must ensure they don't move into this line of square segments until the dash completes, or they will probably die. Immediately after this dash back to the tank, Titan will cast Magnitude 5.0, which will deal lethal damage to anyone not inside of his hitbox. At the same time, all players will again be targeted by another round of yellow Pulse of the Land markers. To handle this combo, once Titan dashes back to the tank, all players can run into his hitbox. Once the donut attack goes off, players must quickly move into their assigned squares to avoid overlap. Again, we use our assigned relative positions to Titan to avoid confusion. Once these yellow markers go off, Titan will return to his regular form and this mini phase is complete. Before we go on, let's take a look at what happens if he reforms into gauntlets instead for the mini phase. Again, 5 players will be targeted with the orange Force of the Land markers, and 1 tank, 1 damage dealer, and 1 healer will be marked with yellow. This massive landslide attack will destroy anyone not directly in front of him, and players will need to line up in the 4 squares in front to avoid death. Again, the timing of the yellow and the orange marker explosions forces players into very specific squares. The group of orange markers will stand in the same square Titan is on. The first square directly in front of him will be occupied by melee, with the healers in the 4th square, furthest from Titan. The tanks or the ranged will again be in the 3rd square as necessary. As soon as the massive landslide attack goes off on either side, all players will need to immediately move out of that line they were standing in to avoid the secondary blue shockwave attack. Next, he will cast another Voice of the Land, and healers need to be ready with their shields and heals. This is followed by Landslide, a massive cross-shaped attack in a pattern signified by the direction that Titan faces before he jumps away. To easily determine where the safe spots for landslide are, the tanks should reposition Titan directly in the center of the room. 2 possible safe spots will form based on where he looks and he eventually lands, and all players must move into them as quickly as possible. As soon as the attack goes off, each player will need to move out of the safe spots to avoid the next blue shockwave attacks that will hit those same areas. At the same time, bomb boulders will drop around the platform in a plus and X configuration in a random order. On top of all of that, Titan will turn back around and cast either left or rightward landslide, which will target one half of the platform. Players will first need to dodge the initial left or right landslide and then immediately move into that same area to avoid the next blue shockwave attack on the other side. During this time, the bomb boulders will begin to light up in the same sequence that they drop down in, and players will need to move into the safe boulders first, wait for the first round of explosions before moving into the next safe zone to avoid the second bomb boulder explosions. At this point, Titan will return to his normal form and this mini phase ends. Going back to that first initial Geocrush, the order that these mini phases happen in is random, so you can either get gauntlets or wheels first, followed by the resulting mechanics. Once that first mini phase is over, Titan will then cast Crumbling Down. This will target 1 damage dealer and 1 healer or tank with these orange markers. These players will soon drop a proximity-based damage marker on the ground underneath them. Eventually, a massive boulder will drop down in this area. To control where these fall, in our group we have the mark damage dealer aim to drop theirs on the A-way marker in the northwest corner, while the mark tanker healer drops theirs at the B. The entire raid will then move away from these areas to minimize damage. 2 more players will be marked, and they'll need to drop their boulders in the same manner towards the south. Once the 2 north boulders drop down, the raid will need to move back away from the south again to minimize more damage. These massive boulders will crumble if dropped too close to Titan, and this movement and configuration of dropped boulders will allow for 1 boulder to remain standing, which the raid will use to hide behind to avoid the incoming seismic wave attack. While all of this is happening, Titan is also bringing down 3 rows of small bomb boulders in a sequence that will explode in the same sequence they drop down on. As the group moves behind the massive boulder to avoid seismic wave, they'll need to keep an eye on the smaller boulders and how they'll explode. Immediately after seismic wave goes off, the group will need to be ready to dodge into the safe zone created by the first line of exploding bomb boulders in the center of the room. This all happens very quickly, so stay on your toes. This is followed by another Voice of the Land AoE blast to heal through. Up next, the second Stone Crusher. Be sure to immunity through it or tank swap as necessary. At this point, Titan will cast Geocrush again, jumping across the platform to a random square. Once he lands, he'll reform into whatever form he didn't do the first time, and that mini phase of mechanics will begin. Once that mini phase ends, Titan will become untargetable and the next phase will begin. In this phase, Titan
Yeah, the only sound I have with Mystex, she talks and I blank out. That's what happened.
You there, Roto?
Yep.
Did you get my DM?
Yeah, I know what it's about. I'm not looking at it right now.
Oh, perfect. Thank you kindly in advance. I sent you $1 million.
It's one of those attacks. It's one of those attacks that the furthest you are from the boss, the less damage it does. So the being on the edge, the tank that's in the orange is going to take the aggro. So when he dashes back at you, where we have to stack under him, you'll take the least amount of damage as possible. Because you'll be stacked with a group, and then you'll have to take a card to the face. Between Origami and Alicia, you guys will have to make sure to be ready to swap if necessary.
Things have it tough.
And don't go running in front. Don't go running in the street, children. Look both ways before you cross the street.
Basically.
Mom always told me to play in traffic.
on the other bright side, y'all can join learning parties now.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna do that on the week. Nope, can't. I'm going home.
Can join what?
Learning
Parties.
Yeah.
I most definitely will.
I'm just gonna keep reading and keep reading and keep.
Yeah, we need to move the SC house to this area, dude. Music is so nice over here.
Alright, I watched
Love it.
up to Landslide. So, is that
Posted another video.
No,
Um,
Miztech.
Yeah, I posted another video. This guy does a pretty good job explaining. He doesn't talk, so
He doesn't talk.
no, he shows everything. So on the screen, he shows you all the diagrams and stuff like that.
I'll probably like that one better.
Yeah, if anyone's like me, there's a lot of information for this. I get over football like that.
This guy has such a nice house. I love it.
It may help a little bit too.
Is there only 3 mansions in one given area?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Sort of.
6 if you count the subdivisions. Because there's 30 to 60. So there's 1 to 30. 3 of those are mansions. And then there's 31
Alright.
to. Okay. Then there's 31 to 60, and 3 of those are mansions too.
Is this not a mansion lot? The yellow house?
A new sacrifice comes to you.
What's the difference between a yellow house and a blue house?
Yellow houses are closed, I think. Blue houses are open.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Say, where? You telling me Joe's house is ready for sale?
No,
open to
like,
No.
yeah, open to the public.
Wicked.
So we are still. I just came back. We're still gonna stack during wheels phase. All the stacking people are still gonna be in the second square, not the closest one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We're
Like
still
in the
gonna do
video, it's the
second?
closest.
Yeah, I'm so I asked what the benefit was, and you said because when he dashes back, it says they recommend the furthest tank take aggro to lessen damage. And how does everybody in the second square help?
Just run diagonal.
It's just we don't have to run as far like the
So
melee.
what, like it avoids a tank swap? We do it like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think you might have to tank swap based off of
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
what is it? So the tank that has the marker and is farther back will be the one to get hit by the charge.
The
Is that how it works?
Mm-hmm.
Or they should be, right? But I still don't understand what that has to do with orange being in the first or the second square.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, as melee, the less I have to run, the better. So
A new
if it's even a little bit
sacrifice
closer,
comes
that's
to
better
you.
uptime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so wouldn't that be a reason to have us on the orange on the first square?
I think it might just be a preference.
Dude, this house is empty. Ours for the taking. Problem is, no market board.
I just based it off how we did it on my previous static, so if you want to do it. Oops.
So,
what the
I
fuck?
mean, I have no stake in it, I guess. I'm just trying to understand.
Yeah, I mean, he jumps both ways, so I guess it doesn't really matter which one is which. We're gonna have to run all the way across the arena after he jumps anyway.
Okay.
So we should just decide that first before we.
Well,
pull
because
this.
once he does that dash in the car, then he comes right back.
Yeah.
So people who are stacked won't have to go anywhere.
If they're in the second square, that's true.
If they're in the first one, because they're gonna have to walk
yeah,
forward.
Okay, right,
yeah.
So why wouldn't we want the stack to be in
The
first
healer is going to be the one that has to run the furthest. In every case.
Yeah.
That's not right. Yes, it
Oh,
was.
hey, my flag's still.
Okay, so are we gonna? We're just gonna stick with to keep it easy. We'll just stick with stacking in the second square.
Yeah, because we can. That's something so minuscule we can change at any point in time. That's fine.
Okay, and then I also wanted to add, just in case anyone didn't pick up on it, right in the beginning, when he chooses a few unsafe squares and then marks us with the yellows, the explosion on the unsafe squares happens first, and then you can move into them to drop your yellow.
Yes.
So we don't have to be like adjusting for that, as long as we're quick enough.
Yeah, I get closest to your example. If like the square in front of me, that square over here is unsafe, and it's me and Jaskimer. Me and Jas will stay here. When they explode, either me or Jas, however we're gonna have it set up, we'll just move on to the other square, and then the yellows will go off.
Yep.
And, just bear in mind that this explosion is delayed.
You wait for the physical explosion, not the.
Yeah, yep. Cause I get too excited and I always kill myself. So.
And then same thing when we're moving from Evil Earth. The second the explosion hits the square next to you.
Oh, I stayed after you all left to figure it out. So.
Oh. Remember, healers heal, just low dots.
Sloppy.
About your DPS positionals. Tanks. Do your tanky thing.
Wee.
Medication now. Perfect. You sure did.
Oh, I'm glad my mouse is still screwing up. Hopefully I don't need to actually buy a new mouse. Oh, it's doing it on a different one now.
Go to your spots. It's slow A. Go. AoE.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. I need to figure out what's magic and what's physical damage so I know what to addle.
Yes.
Oh, we might. This probably has some physical
Knockback.
stuff. If this has physical melee, you're gonna have to start paying attention to feint.
What the heck is
My knockback
Feint?
didn't work?
I'm just
Or
kidding.
did I
I
do
know
it?
what Feint is.
I'm gonna provoke.
One of cars, these
Oh, I was in the square.
look like feintsies to me.
Come here. No, don't run in front of him.
One side, one side, one side, one side. Spread out. 3 spots. During the Rhoda's dead, so I can't explain it. It's gonna be an AoE.
I gotta say, this was a lot better than before.
I'm
Oh
moving
no!
down.
Go to Duncan's go to 1. Fuck.
Oh boy.
This isn't hurt.
It's over there.
This is bad. Go to 2. Fuck.
Did you mean A and
Boo.
B?
What?
No.
Did I mean what?
Oh, I see there are 1 and 2 marks. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Give me
I just
1
saw what that
second.
was.
Okay. My computer was freaking out for a second there.
I'm proud of it.
I'll just explain that real quick. So, so try to use your knockbacks mid cast of that jumping part. Best time to do it. And then for the car part, I forgot. Again, it's been a long time. So he'll do the orange markers over your head. It'll either be on one DPS and then 1 tank healer. DPS go to 1. Healer tank go to 2. Everyone else needs to be at C for the next 2 random people to get the marker over their head. Drop it at C. And then we're going to run forward. 1 or 2 will glow up, so go to the opposite one that's not glowing up. He's going to drop little tiny rocks that kind of explode. They're going to be fast or slow. You need to sprint if they're fast. Sprint will be back up.
When you say opposite of 1 and 2, you just mean the cross marks right here?
Yeah.
Which one is that? Is that opposite of 2 or opposite of 1?
Opposite of 1.
Okay.
Okay, who's
What?
dropping where?
So, you know how we just did the car mechanic?
Yep.
Okay. So you know how these 2 orange markers over the 2 people's heads? It was me and Domikins.
Yes.
He's gonna drop rocks on those people. So healers and tanks go to 2. The markers over your head. DPS go to 1 if the marker's over your head. Wait until the rocks drop and then run to C. Then 2 people will get marked up again. They'll get marked up a little bit earlier, but you should already be at C. Then 2 rocks will drop here. And then one of the rocks from 1 and 2 will glow and the other one won't. So run to the one that's not glowing, because that's the safe one.
Okay.
Is he stationary at that point? Like, if I have aggro and I also have the first bomb, do I just kind of put it at 2 and then run back, or is he going to just keep following me and mess things up?
What would he be
Won't
messing
mess
up?
things up because I mean we still have to.
If he moves, you're taking him to the group anyways. So.
Right, but it doesn't. Don't they glow based on like proximity to him?
No.
Proximity to the rocks. That's why if they're too close together, they explode. That's why the ones down here will explode because 2 people are stuck together.
Okay, so you're just gonna drop the other 2 on top of each other?
Yeah.
Got you.
Instead of because I could have like C over here and D over there, but I feel like that makes it a little bit more confusing. So this way we just know to go.
This way seems pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's technically a little bit harder way to learn, but the uptime.
Triangles.
Oh my god, don't tell Zato that. Just kidding. I love you, Zato. Don't hate me.
Never.
Here, take this, Alicia.
And those fast rocks are no joke. Just heads up.
Sloppy.
Go to your spots.
This is my spot.
It's fast A.
I don't even know what my spot is.
Go now.
Oh, you
Oh,
moved
we
too
got
soon.
easy with the group still.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
Also, the reds take like 25 minutes to go.
They took a while. He's gonna jump. Knockbacks. Look at your debuff. Get into the middle. Get into the middle.
Middle.
Well, because
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
why.
that's what you meant.
Oh no.
Do we need to do regular Titan to refresh ourselves?
I had a brain
That
fart.
would help, maybe.
Maybe.
Later this week, though.
Brain fart. Middle lane.
Follow me. Go to C. If you can. Sorry. I was waiting for that part to.
Can we mark you?
Oh.
Oh, that wasn't the bombs.
Got
Okay. Or one. One or two.
everybody marked.
Oh. I did it because I was dead.
Oh. I mark myself doing
Whatever
combat.
works.
Oh, I'm on 2.
Crumbling down. Remember, DPS 1, tank healers at 2. And then go to C. And they're gonna explode.
Yeah, my I think I need to throw this mouse in the trash.
Wait, I don't understand. I went to 2, but I feel like I should not have gone to 2.
No,
Oh.
you should have been with the group at C. I had the first one.
Yeah, it's if you have the orange marker over your head, determines
Oh.
1 or 2.
Wait, stop. If you have the
So-
orange market.
If you get the orange marker over your head, and you're, let's say Alicia, for example, you get the orange marker over your head.
Uh-huh.
So you would go to 2. Everyone else goes to C, except for the DPS with the orange marker as well. They go to 1. 2 is tanks and
I
healers.
had the orange marker and I went to 2, and then I feel like that was a mistake.
You were right.
So wait,
No, he was.
It-
I had
either-
the first one.
So yeah, so that's what I was trying to explain earlier. So the moment the first group of people get the orange marker, another set of people are gonna get the orange marker. But we're gonna drop the second set at C.
Yeah, I get that. Alright, I didn't see I was second.
Okay,
all
gotcha.
good.
I'll call it out next time.
A new sacrifice comes to you.
I gotta make
Wait,
a new glam.
Jas was the one with the control remote. Oh my god, the mouse issue.
Yeah. So that's why I couldn't get my sprint bind wasn't working. I think I need to switch to the mouse that hurts me to use. But I'm gonna
Oh,
have to-
okay.
God. That's okay. You feel the pain as much as Titan.
Titan feels no pain.
Yeah, I think we're the ones feeling the pain right now.
Point.
Feel it in my loins.
Gross.
Feel it somewhere.
Sarah, is this okay?
I need to get that checked out.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not paying. You need to speak up what you're doing. 'Cause I don't know what
I
you're
am just smacking him with a book
doing.
or with a cane.
Go to your
I'm
spots.
toothpicking them.
Ooh, I don't have to move this time.
Don't have to move.
It's gonna be slow B. So you have time.
I feel like me and Rotos should switch spots.
Move.
No.
No?
Stay.
Not in melee range though.
AoE.
You know what I'm saying?
I got him. He's gonna jump. Knock back. Oh, Dominican might get knocked back. Yeah, that was too slow.
I actually hit.
Go to the sides of him. There you go. Get forward. Tank. You need to be in the front. Whoever it was that
It's not
was.
me.
Go to the middle. Go inside middle. Inside middle. Go to your spots.
You got that's a tank buster.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Crumbling down. So tank or DPS go to 1. Remember, you have no time for uptime. So everyone go to C. There you go. They
I
should
don't know
be
if I was
close.
close
Nope, you were too close.
enough.
Oh, I see.
Jump off.
So they have to be far away from each other.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I have them. Yeah, so remember,
Okay.
rotation. We're not we're doing mechanics, not DPS. So
Yeah. Well, I realized it too late. I'll have to make sure that I'm closer to 1 in case it's me.
yeah.
I'm learning so
At least I can use sprint now.
This is
See if I can do it this poll.
This is only the first 2 minutes.
Yeah, I mean that's the sad thing.
Stop reminding us.
Sloppy.
Well, we'll be getting farther, but I keep fucking it up, so I apologize for that.
Oh, good job on timing that.
Don't make me move. Don't damn it.
Go to your spots.
Titan must think I'm a black mage. I haven't had to move yet.
It's slow B. You have time. Get ready. Move. Wait. No. Move. He's gonna jump. Knock that. Go to your spots. Make sure you're in the front of him. Spots. Go out. Heal up. AoE, I believe. Might be wrong.
Prize this one, I can't.
Yep, AoE.
Got it.
Get ready for crumbling down, I believe.
Jumpy next.
Oh, it's jumping. My bad. Landslide, follow me.
Oh, God.
Oh,
I couldn't
So
see
as
you
long-
under
sorry.
him.
yeah. So,
We need to be able to make
to
the
the-
bosses
go ahead.
transparent.
I need to make sure you're still following me.
I got lost. I'm sorry.
Hey, it's okay.
Lost in the sauce.
Oh, you need a. He's gonna do another tank buster soon. You need a tank swap.
It's a double swap.
He can do home gang. Oh shit! Go to 1 and 2. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Come on.
Everyone else at C.
Go to C. Nope,
Not
it was
far
too slow.
enough.
Yep.
It's alright. It's been so long since I've done this fight.
It's alright.
Jump off. Ooh,
If you
you with
can.
the courtesy of jumping off.
No
Smoosh.
survivors, man. God damn.
It's because it's hard for me to remember the mechanics and as you see, I autopilot, so it's really hard for me to do the callouts.
Doing great. Let's just get into position during the cast bar of crumbling down. We can all go to 1 and 2, so that no matter what happens, we'll be in position.
Yeah,
That's a
so
good
tank
idea.
healers at 2, DPS at 1.
A new sacrifice
Can I walk
comes
around the
to
edge?
you.
Let's see.
No. Without him noticing, no.
Damn.
Try
I know you can do that in E E2S.
see how far it lets you go up. I'll just attack right away. Go in. And I'll attack.
Man, you went pretty far.
Okay, keep going. Go behind him now. Let's see how far.
No, it's not gonna let him because he's way too close up here. But
Go. Just see. I want to.
Right here. Halfway.
Go. All right, that's good to see.
I don't know what this tells us, but it tells us
that's
something.
good to know for Dama, because you're a black mage.
Oh damn, he's already going to this. Okay.
Well, he was already pulled.
Oh yeah, because we started. Alright, I got it.
Oh.
That actually is good to know.
In E2S, actually,
Three spots.
yep.
Can we discuss it later?
Not like this.
It's slow A.
Oops, went too early.
Get
Good luck,
ready?
everybody. Both tanks are
Now.
good.
Fuck everybody else.
We just gotta make sure I don't DPS left.
No, it's AoE.
Okay.
He's gonna jump. These are knockbacks.
So is there a reason why me and Roto are not swapped?
Here.
You're seeing it too, Roto, right?
I'm not seeing nothing.
What
You can
square
already
are you in, Zato?
I'm
It's an
the
AoE.
farthest one, and Roto's the closest one.
So if the boss is north, you're south?
Jump.
No, he's
no.
still left of me.
Come to me, come to me. Oh yeah, right there, Roto, stay there, Roto, stay there.
Oh.
Fuck! That was
Excuse
fucking-
me?
Which corner was he
Oh, that's
looking
why
at?
He needs to be in center.
Wait, so how do you know how to dodge that in the first place?
So, so the easiest way that actually Tsubaki explained it is look at his feet. Indicates where he's gonna jump. So, let's say
Toes?
that with the mechanic happened and we're over here, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's over here. And let's say, for the sake of example, when he had looked this way, he had jumped where he's at right now. That means wherever he jumps, that T section, so these two, and then the ones on the where A is at and where B is at, the first two are gonna explode.
Right, it's like normal. It's like normal mode, except you can't see the T section before.
Exactly.
Okay. But it's like, how do you?
Look
so
at
I
his
guess
feet.
my last question is, how do you know which one he's jumping to again?
Look at his feet.
Okay.
He'll look at the one that he's
Yeah,
He
he'll
looks.
literally look at the wall he's jumping to.
Yeah,
Cool.
but
A new
sometimes,
sacrifice comes to you.
like you'll think he's like facing this way, but he'll jump like this way. So that's why I say look at his feet.
Yeah, and I think he only goes to the outer brownies, not the
Brownies?
inner ones. Yeah, we're standing on brownies.
They do kind of look like brownies.
I think
So,
someone else called them that too. They do look like animals.
A new sacrifice
My question
comes
is-
to you.
Why am I on the far side?
Oh my god.
No, no one's
Because
answering me.
because you don't have an AoE heal to heal everybody when they're damaged. So until you play healer, Roto stays where he's at.
Yeah, I gotta pop some wings and some medicas.
You gotta pop some cure 3s.
Yeah. Some raptures and some cure 3s.
Mind you, your square you can get to the very corner if you want to, because you're still in it.
Mm-hmm.
Sloppy.
I just want to die! Cut him open, cut him open!
Oh, nice, I went back this time. 30 spots. It's slow B. Move now. Here we. Using jump. Use your knockback. Car. Go to the edge.
Come here, you big idiot. Oh, Jesus!
This part's why I wrote us in the middle. Go to your spots.
Okay.
Ow.
Yep, that was me.
That's okay.
Healers, tanks, 1 and 2. Remember?
Go now.
Kira's got it. Everyone else on C.
Everyone else at C. Everyone else at C. We're gonna die. Do damage. Yes, we are. At this part, we will. Go to 2. Get behind. I
Oh,
can't
too
see the
late.
cast. I can't see the cast, so I can't tell
2
you.
seconds.
no.
I'm dead. Go now, I guess.
You can click on him still.
There you go.
even though
There you go.
you're dead.
Yeah, but yes, but you can't see the cast bars
Oh, here comes
like
the tank buster.
for everything else.
This is a way wide. This is improved.
That's a way
No.
right, yeah. Healer stuff if we can.
Stone Crusher 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is it. Right.
That's why you tank swap.
Blat.
That's Jesus,
And
this is the
that's why you
first
use
one.
your end bone.
The first one shouldn't kill me, right? Oh,
No, but because he does it 3 times, it will.
Right.
Hang on. Never mind. I confused myself.
Proud of you.
I hurt
Does anyone
myself
have any
with
questions?
my confusion.
By the way, real quick, let's 1 second. So, Roto and Zato, where are your squares?
Zato's tangent. Yeah, we're up there in where 1 is. This is our spot.
Zato, you can switch with me. Since I'm off tank on that one, you can take north left.
So in front of me.
So, that one.
Well,
Yeah.
Take D.
we're gonna have to do that throughout the fight, so we want to make sure anyone who might be
Ooh.
tanking doesn't have to dust.
That's true.
Well,
But if
I'll just switch
if
it to, like,
Zato's
a
right
main.
there,
Hold on.
if Zato
What,
is
Kira?
on, oh sorry,
Because the boss is gonna be right here, right? Roughly in the middle.
Yes,
And
it's fine. If I'm off tanking, I'll be the one that's far away.
yeah. So whoever's
you
main
wanna
tank is top right of boss, and whoever's not
Yeah.
tanking is wherever.
Top
Yeah.
far left, yes.
Yeah, I mean,
Which
that's
would
up to
be
you if you guys
that
want to
one.
adjust like that.
No, the one where A is on,
Oh yeah, that's fine.
right?
Yeah, so we can
That's
do
main tank.
yep main tank,
Main tank.
Zato,
That's Sato.
off tank.
Off tank.
Yeah, let's do that.
all right.
Took a nice G pose while. What did you want,
Okay.
Kira?
You were below G on this side, right?
Yeah, I'm
Okay, cool.
sec.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's all.
Okay. Got it.
And then one clarification.
Yes.
Our spots, like our specific brownies that we have for dropping the yellows, is that relative to north south like cardinals, or is that relative to
to him?
boss
He
facing?
could be facing. No, to his facing. It could be a different way.
Yeah, it's the boss.
Okay, that's what I thought.
And that's why I need rudder in the middle. It's close to the middle as possible to Gear 3.
Okay. Okay.
I don't think I've ever actually gotten to my safe spot in the second try, but I've always like run off to the side to drop it at least.
Yeah, the second one we're a bit messy on our
Very sloppy.
placement.
So then
Sloppy.
I was in the wrong spot.
I mean, that wasn't why I called out that, but
No, I know, but that honestly, that I thought it was just true north kind of spot. I didn't know. That was my
Yeah.
my misunderstanding.
yeah, I just wanted to
I
make sure
haven't been
everyone's.
alive to do it yet.
Well, what the fuck, Alicia?
Go to spots.
No, I keep fucking up real bad.
Oh, we all are.
It's
Really
fast.
Beta.
B. Fuck, I'm dead.
Shit.
Oh.
I'm dead.
Oh, wait.
I saved you.
No, he didn't. Oh,
I did.
me. Yes.
Yes, I did.
I don't know about that one though. Yep.
Oh.
Yeah. Did it jump off?
Get it away from me!
Countdown.
Countdown.
About 25 minutes. Let's go.
Well, I'm just practicing my opener.
Sloppy.
Actually, it'd be cool if we could take like 10 minutes at the end, or 5 minutes even, to just figure out what we're doing for the holiday week.
Yes.
I thought we did the
I don't know if everyone's filtered out yet, and
Have
no
not.
results have been posted.
No,
I have not, 'cause I-
not yet.
I mean,
I haven't
everyone's here
seen
now. You can just post it now. Or do it now and fill it out if you haven't. It's gonna be fast A.
Haha!
Oh,
Go now.
Seems like a lot more people are dying with the new strategy. What's going on?
I'm not moving fast enough.
When it's fast, you need to sprint. We're gonna die. Or I'm gonna die anyways.
Come here,
Jump
big
off.
fella.
Just jump
Ow.
off.
Oh.
get zooped. Are you guys down to do maps tomorrow?
Don't know. We'll see.
Possibly. I will probably be sleeping in, so I don't know.
Might be doing some holiday shopping with my sister.
I was gonna say, were we doing holiday shopping that I forgot we were
No,
doing?
my sister asked me earlier, but she might have overtime, so I don't know. Find out
Gotcha.
tomorrow. Dennis.
Sloppy.
Cut him open, cut him open!
Three spots. It's slow A.
Ah! 2 in a row.
Go now. Knock back. Oof.
Cut him open, cut him open!
AoE. There you go, there you go, there you go. Nope.
Oh,
It's gonna be the outside.
Landslide. That's the
Go,
skill.
move. Tank swap, I think.
I already have aggro. We're fine.
Okay, cool. 1 and 2, I think, actually. Yeah, 1 and 2. Everyone at C.
Welcome back to the party. Here's a stack mark. Or not a stack. You know what I mean.
I wait for the safe one. Go to 2. This is slow. Fast, I'm wrong. Sprint. Go. Oh, it was slow, I was right. Tank buster coming up, I think.
you know, hold
Wait,
it.
wait,
Hey,
first.
we.
Yeah, I'm gonna home gang it.
Yeah.
Buster, yeah.
Home gang now. There you go. 1. 2.
Cut him open, cut him open!
Benny him. 3. Benny him.
I don't have it. I got him.
I have a bunch of cooldowns.
Good.
Go run to this one where I told you I'll get east of this. Get to me. You'll be right on me. You're gonna get pushed off. You're not supposed to use knockback at that part
Oh.
because of the sides. 3 spots.
Oh, fuck.
He's gonna jump to the
gonna-
silver. That's aggro. No, the center, middle, underneath him, whatever you want to call it. 30 spots.
What? Oh, God.
Look!
Second phase!
Oh wait, no, this is actually rage. I thought, or is it?
No,
Oh,
Oh no, it's
he's
Strength.
naked.
Second phase.
Yeah.
we made it!
Was he having a rage?
I don't. I thought he did because I'm pleased with the other one. So that's the one that there's downtime. That's why.
Oh, look at this big idiot!
Oh, I love his face.
He's so big I can't
Just
see
listen to my call out. Shush. Listen to my call outs. This part's gonna get pretty crazy. It's an AoE.
Just gonna go ahead and do that.
Oh, Jesse might die. Oh, okay.
I ain't doing nothing.
Sometimes it goes through you anyways. Okay, listen.
Yeah, it does.
Sloppy.
Stay left. Stay left. Dodge the stuff on the ground. This is the part where I'm talking about you cannot use your knockback immunity. If you get a blue marker, go to B. That's me. Awesome. Tanks, go to A.
What?
Oh,
Okay, bye.
Tanks, go to A.
Holy
You have bomb game? I mean, you have a hologram?
No.
Okay, you're dead.
Oh.
So that's why I say do not use your knockback resistance on that second jump for that specific mechanic. I was lucky it was on me. If it had been anyone else who used knockback, you would have flown right off.
Oh no.
So, yeah.
Let's just keep cleaning up the first part.
Agreed.
Okay.
Real clean.
Sloppy.
Cut him open, cut him open! I just wanna die!
Bless you.
Thank you.
bless you.
Okay. Go to your spots. It's gonna be fast A. Brittany, if you have to.
Oh shit. Not it.
Go now. Rocks coming down.
For ranged, you
AoE.
can go on the opposite end.
But I have to stack with the rest of you after.
Yeah, you would have to sprint to
Do we have
us.
time for that, I think?
Okay.
I don't know.
Knockback.
Has to, he's gonna eat it. Ooh, man, you go far.
That's what I'm telling you. Go to the outside.
Oh shit, wrong side.
Go to the front. Tanks, make sure you're right near B. Go to under him. Cure 3 like a motherfucker, Roto. Go
Yep.
to your spots. Crumbling down 1 and 2 spots. Everyone at C. Everyone at C. Look for a safe one. It's gonna be 2.
Oh.
Yeah. Everyone needs to be topped off.
Cut him open, cut him
Um,
open!
It's slow. No. Oh, it was fast. I lied. Fuck, my chat's in the spot where the Casper is at. Fuck my life. 1 second. I need to change that.
How do you know when it's whether it's fast or slow? Just how quickly they light up.
The Casper, yeah. Oh, fuck, you
Yeah,
jumped off.
so
I
all
need
those bombs have to have a cast bar on them.
Yes, they do. That's why I can't see it when I'm dead.
Disgusting. It's so tricky.
There you go. That should be better.
Sloppy.
Cut him open, cut him open!
Go to your spots. Slow A.
I'm so good at this.
Move. Didn't jump. Knockback resistance.
Got him.
Middle.
Cut,
Move.
cut him open, cut him open!
Heal up. AoE. One side. Go to B or A. Perfect. We're gonna stay where we're at. Come to me, come to me, come to me. Go to the other side. Fuck. Okay. I'm too busy looking at everyone else to do mechanics.
Oof.
1 and 2. Everyone at C. Wait for the correct drop. It's 1. I can't see the cast bars, y'all do it.
Cut him open, cut him open!
Fast.
Yep, it was fast.
So if it's fast, we have to sprint.
You have to sprint, and the moment that first rock explodes, you better be already out of the way. Actually, you can base it that one. You can base off the cast bar. The moment the cast bar disappears, run.
Start teleporting. these days.
So the little landslide phase. So we got it right that time, except he's gonna cover 1/2 with damage. That means the other half's gonna have the echo part of it. So the moment, let's say for example, the one side, the moment that orange part goes away, we're gonna run to the opposite side to avoid damage. The way you know if it's far or you stay in the car